It seems like Jules has a little crushy on Carmen, but hey, who am I? Hi there, my name is Tay, and I talk a lot, and this is day 4 of me talking about an underrated cartoon that for some reason no one ever seemed to talk about, and I don't know why, because it's fake. And that cartoon is Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego is an animated show that's on Netflix that was inspired by the hit video game Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. And there were lots of other video games. There was even a live action show at one point. We got the animated version that I'm going to be talking about today. Gina Rodriguez playing Carmen. If you have no clue what this show is about, let me fill you in. Basically, you get immediately thrown into Carmen's backstory. It's really interesting, but I think it's super necessary for anyone to be able to get into this show. I feel like by immediately knowing the lore of Carmen, Vile, it gets you more hooked into the show. Carmen was an orphan who was found by these people at Vile Academy, and it's located on a remote island and has always been really impossible for people to find. The reason people have been trying to find it is because Vile Academy is a school for thieves. They're basically training children to work for them and steal cool artifacts from all across the globe. And since Carmen basically grew up on this island from birth, she never had access to the outside world and didn't know any different from what she was doing and how she was raised. She thought that stealing was a good thing, and eventually she gets access to a phone and meets Player. It was this kid who was literally able to hack into Vile, their elite security system. He's just that guy. Carmen learns how bad Vile is and that she's been lied to her whole life. This kind of reminds me of a certain blonde. Like 2 blondes. Wait. Carmen makes up this whole plan to leave the island, and then she becomes Carmen Sandiego. Also, the entire time she was on this island, she was called Black Sheep. She was literally never given a name, which is wild. Now her goal in life is to basically just stop Vile from stealing artifacts and from people's culture. Now, I won't lie, this show is very kids showy at times. What I mean by that is...
Off to Indonesia.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like I'm watching Dora the Explorer.
Tell me about the shipwreck we're looking for. Just keep an eye out for the equator. It's a giant...
But honestly, it's a really good show. The intro slaps. Carmen is such an interesting character. Her backstory gets even more complicated, and throughout the show there's always something really interesting going on behind the scenes. There's always a big plot twist. There's always a big lore drop. So this detective agency that's after Carmen called Acme, and there's this agent named Jules. He's basically the only one who thinks Carmen is doing things for good. He's stealing for good. It seems like Jules has a little crushy on Carmen, but hey, who am I? If I had children, I would put this show on for them because it's super educational and it's also very entertaining for me, so we both win. And there's literally only 4 seasons of the show. You can watch it all really fast, and it also helps that Carmen is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my entire life. Comment down below if you've seen Carmen Sandiego, because I swear this fandom is dead. Below more underrated cartoons you want me to talk about, anything else you want me to talk about, because my name is Tay and I talk a lot, and I'm gonna be talking a lot more in my next video.